Hello and welcome to the sound. I
Yeah.
welcome Kyle Walls and Evelyn Holland. So, Kyle, why don't you tell us a little bit about your music real quick here?
Yeah, sure. I have a new album, Blood Candy. Released that in February. And starting in February of 2020, I did a music video each month leading up to that release. And that's pretty cool. And actually getting a few plays on Spotify, for what I do, just a few handfuls of plays, that's getting it somewhere. But you can find it on Amazon, iTunes, Google Play or Google Music, whatever it's called now, and Spotify, of course. So that's cool to get some more music out there.
Yeah, I love making music. I've been so busy I haven't really spent much time writing in the last few months, but it's coming. It's coming. I can feel it starting to bubble up.
Yeah.
And also today with me, Evelyn Holland, musician, singer. How you doing?
I'm good. Just enjoying my day off. I got band practice later. As far as new music goes, I've been steadfastly working on the third record, and I just started a new song a couple days ago. And then I created this keyboard and interlude, or maybe an intro. I'm not sure yet. I'm trying to produce a better quality with this third record, considering I'm doing everything. And it's definitely more focused than Overlooking the Forgotten, which was released in January, for anybody that's curious.
Cool.
So yeah.
And what's your website so everybody can find it?
Oh, well, it's keysofsolomon.bandcamp.com. And there's the first couple records, and there's a few extra goodies that are Bandcamp only.
Oh, yeah, goodies are good. I like goodies. All right. Well, guys, today is a special day. It was actually technically yesterday, but we're just going to celebrate it today because I was off yesterday. The channel, Matthew's Music Lesson Studio, has cracked 20,000 subscribers! Yeah!
Woo!
Yeah, a little milestone, so I'm happy about that. This one has been requested so many times by so many people. I couldn't possibly keep track of all of them. We're talking between 50 and 100 requests. Everybody's like, you need to check out Daisy Nafisa. And I was like, okay. And they're like, she's like Baby a Leap. Okay. Okay, well, let's do that. And I saw this one thumbnail by this one YouTuber, GK Glasses Kingdom. He's a pretty cool YouTuber. Does a lot of reacts and stuff. He's funny. He had this thumbnail, and it caught my attention. And it was like, this baby plays better than me. So I was like, we have to react to this. And it was actually kind of hard to find this video. Like, there was so many reactions to it, but to find the original one, I had to scroll for a little while.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so this is Canon in D fingerstyle guitar cover by Daisy Nafisa. You guys have anything you want to say before we play this?
No, I was gonna say Canon and D. I've heard I heard years ago for the first time, and then yeah, I mean it's very has a I want to say a romantic quality to it. Maybe it's the D major, maybe it's the way it's played. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say this reminded me of back when I was playing more classical music, and this might have even been before YouTube, back in the days when Google, you could still access news groups on Google. And there was a video being shared around of someone in China that was around 8 years old playing this super complicated classical piece perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
And all us people, near middle age back then, would see this and go, oh my, it's like, how do you keep getting motivated to play when, there's people a fraction of your age that play perfectly? It is interesting because that video at that time was a few years old, and some people found out that she was playing in some I don't know, orchestra group or something along those lines, and found an updated video of that same player. And it was interesting to see how they changed from, like around age 8 or so to like 21. And that was really cool, to see that, they're still playing the music. They still love it. And they still have all that bounds of skill in their fingers. That was so cool.
That's crazy, man. Kids are so awesome. And, when a kid is given the right nurturing and it's their idea, man, the things that they can accomplish.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. All right, so without further ado, Musicians Panel reacts to Canon in D fingerstyle guitar cover by Daisy Nafisa. Here we go.
It's always fun to watch, young ones play like that.
All right. I have good and bad to say about that. The bad is
Yeah.
we were getting a horrible echo, and I couldn't tell how clean she sounded because I was hearing it again at least once. And so that means everybody else was hearing that too. And the way that this mixer's set up, I can't change the mix between Zoom and my browser window. They're what they are. So one of you guys is picking up some sound on your microphone. So we have to do a Zoom room roulette. So what I'd like to do, okay, is Just right now, we'll do the Zoom room roulette, and then let's play it again, but I want you guys to mute your microphones so that way we can really clearly hear her. Because that was one of those things that, I mean, I think it was pretty incredible, but I can't really tell because of the echo. I want to be floored. Let's just, right away, let's just go ahead and just play that again. Cause that's what's feeling right to me. Without further ado, musicians panel reacts to Canon in D fingerstyle guitar cover by Daisy Nafisa. Here we go. That's better. That's the way to do it. Holy mackerel, guys. See? Wasn't that worth a second playing there? Oh my god, dude, she's totally better than me. Totally. I'm a freaking teacher. I teach people how to do that, and I probably could not perform that cleanly in one take like that. I mean, at least not without a few hours of practice. I certainly could not just pick up my guitar and just read that off of the sheet with that much freaking precision. And she was, what, 9 years old? Whoever, go ahead, guys.
Well, I was gonna say, I'm assuming she might not be self-taught like a Leap is. Number one, she has a Taylor guitar, and if you're that young with a nice guitar, your parents are probably, helping you get through.
Sure, I mean, they're cool. Baby Taylor's awesome. And you see, hers had an XLR out, so it was extra fancy.
Yeah. So I was going to say, whoever is her guitar teacher, talk to her about alternating fingers, because she was using a lot of the same finger. And as a musician, you always want to have efficiency of movement. And if you think that was good, imagine if she was a lot more efficient as a player, then you can, emote, and then you can do things that are a lot more complicated too if your technique is being corrected like that. It sounded awesome. It was very clean. It was the regular version of this. I didn't know she's gonna do the version with like the quicker arpeggios, where the tempo is the same, but you're playing like 16th note rolls or something like that. It was just a regular version. I could see myself like trying to not say on the microphone. It made me think of my first wedding, which the song always sticks out in my head. Like, oh yeah, this is what you play at your first wedding. That's a joke, by the way.
Yeah. I caught that.
But yeah, that was cool. For that was charming.
What'd you think, Eve?
Yeah, no, I mean, she is definitely like more technically advanced at her age than I wasn't even playing at that age.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna echo Kyle and say yeah, it makes me think of a wedding, or like walking down the aisle. I mean, I've never been married or anything like that. But yeah, that's, whenever I hear it, yeah, that's the image that I get instantly.
Well, I always think of weddings or Green Day, because and that song is a great jam, because you can do the basket case. I think that's the name of the song, that has those same chords for most of the song. But that's a fun one to jam, because, you hit that first position Dorian scale, and it's super easy. You have all open strings you can play around with. It is, just a really good one to play around with like that. Either of you ever jam on that song, or those chords?
A little bit. I haven't in a while. But yeah, in my travels trying to learn a couple classical pieces, yeah, it's it was one of the ones I touched upon.
Yeah, it's a fun one. It's a classic. Can't go wrong in the key of D. And D minor, even though this is major, D minor is saddest of all keys. This is his happy cousin.
Yeah, I'd say D minor is like just a tad sadder than A minor, which is probably the second in there.
We could get into the very interesting discussion about this. It's a whole nother show, actually, if you really wanted to talk about this, because the musical notes are metaphysically aligned with the colors and our energy centers. And what I found is, and I don't generally get to do this, but I found that 440 is really not the best tuning. Like, if we want to really align with our energy, it seriously feels like if we go up a little bit or down a little bit, it just is a more harmonious thing. Like, did you know that orchestras used to tune to 445 rather than 440?
I have something to say about that. There was I think 440 came about in 1917
upright pianos
as a standard tuning, and it was because these various countries were going by different hertz equals A, and they were just orchestras were trying to standardize it, so they're like, if they went to another country, they wouldn't have to adjust their instruments.
And so if you guys mess with it, two numbers that I found really beautiful are 444. There's something about it, it's extra beautiful. And then also on the flip side is 432. So if you want to go the other direction for like a slightly detuned, like instead, because like the 444, it's brighter, but not in the way that you think. Like, try it sometime. Tune your guitar to 444 and see what happens, and see how the chords sound. Same thing with 432. It's darker, but not in the way you think. It's so neat to try these different things. one of the things that I like to do in general is just tune my guitar down a whole step, just all the time. Like it's in 440, but instead of EADGBE, I tune to DGCFAD. And that's because I'm a baritone. And most of the songs that I sing are sung by tenors. And so I don't want to be pulling my underwear up. So let's talk here about you guys. I really appreciate you being here. Go over to Evelyn Holland's channel. There's links in the description. She's going to be on the rebroadcast. Everything's going to be on her channel. Check it out. Evelyn Holland's a great musician and songwriter, and you can check out the Keys of Solomon, and she's got new stuff in the works. Also, check out Kyle Walls. Kyle Walls' YouTube channel broke 9,000 subscribers. I'm looking forward to announcing your 10K day. That's coming soon. Everybody, make sure you go over and add to the party and subscribe to Kyle Walls. Check out KyleWalls.com and Kyle Walls on Instagram. And of course, you guys, like I said at the beginning, yesterday was the day that I hit and passed 20,000 subscribers. Awesome. Thank you so much, all of you, for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please do so now if you have not. More than 85% of my views are not for subscribed people. So I know somebody hearing this has not mashed the button yet. So please go ahead, subscribe to my channel. Also, guys, check me out online, patreon.com/Matthews Music Lesson Studio, where you can support the channel. Your requests get much faster. If you go there and request it there, you'll bypass weeks and weeks of waiting. I'm telling you, I do take all your requests seriously. The chat requests, the comment requests. So go ahead and do them. And music lessons at MatthewsMusicLessonStudio.com. That's right where you get to record the lessons from me and keep them voice, saxophone, guitar, ukulele, and record your lessons. Keep them on your device forever. MatthewsMusicLessonStudio.com. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys all next time on The Sound.
See you guys.
Live.
Yep. Have a good day, everyone.